Hey YouTube, Shinobi here with a review of the D-Arts Mega Man, otherwise known as Rockman in Japan, where this figure came from. There was a US distributed release. It was cheap for me to get this one, so I just got this one. But the US distributed release does say Mega Man on it instead of Rockman, and has all of the Mega Man logos and stuff like that, celebrating the 25th anniversary of everyone's favorite Blue Bomber that Capcom seems to hate. But anyway, yes, here we are, and the figure is kind of strange, I'm not gonna lie. He's actually very small, probably roughly about the same size as SH Figure Arts Gohan. So he's quite a small figure. Here he is next to X, just to get a size comparison. I mean, it's accurate. Mega Man is a small little character, and X is a full human-sized robot. So this is absolutely in scale, so I'm glad that they actually went about doing scale with X and Mega. So that's always nice, but I don't know, some things are just off. It's the shoulders that are just off. Basically, because of the thick arm part here, I can't really specify where in the arm because it's the entire arm. But this part that swivels over the joint is thick right around the armpit area, and so he can't actually bring his arms all the way down. That's as best as he can. So he can't have his arms flat against his sides, which I think is kind of disappointing for a figure in this day and age. I mean, granted, it's okay because he's going to be shooting most of the time, but even so, just the way that this is molded and curved, he can't shoot straight either. He's always pointing diagonally somewhere. So you pretty much have to pose him in a kind of a sideways shooting position, which again is okay. It's just something that I feel the figure should probably have, is the ability to shoot straight in front of him. But, you know, that's fine, whatever. His neck is a little bit long, maybe, I'm not sure. But I love the figure because I really do love Mega Man. It's one of my favorite gaming franchises, and the fact that D-Arts finally hit the original era, which is my personal favorite, despite the fact that Zero is like my favorite Mega Man character ever, I like the original era better than X. But yeah, like some things are just kind of really off about it. I don't know why. It might be the fact that because he's so small, he just doesn't have the oomph that the bigger figures have. So I don't know. His legs are a little bit difficult to stand, but I actually have a little bit easier of a time standing him than I do the X figures. Again, probably because he's so small, he doesn't really have balancing issues. But he's not a bad figure. I think it's just some of the design choices they made with him were kind of strange. He can't really use his abdomen articulation all that much. And the shoulders honestly just really get me. However, to make up for his small size, he did include some bonuses, one of which is this Metool, whatever you want to call him. Good old hard hat. And he's really cute. I love him a lot. I had a Metool figure that came with one of the Jakks Pacific figures, if they had the license. I don't remember, but he was awful. Those figures were horrible. But his helmet comes off, so you can make his helmet pop off. Now he's really startled because you're going to shoot him. But that happens. And then, of course, he comes with his buddy Rush. And Rush actually surprised me because he's a lot more articulated than I thought he was going to be. You've got some articulation right here at the little tail nub. Full rotation at the head, plus a ball joint right there at the neck, plus a little ball joint inside to get a little bit more articulation. These don't move outwards, they're just on a rotation. But there is a joint right there to allow movement there, and then you have a ball joint right down here to allow movement in the feet. So despite the fact that you don't have any horizontal articulation here, just a rotation, you still have quite a bit of articulation with Rush. So you can actually get him in like butt in the air poses and stuff like that. So you can't get him into the full jet position, and hopefully if they do release more figures of these, if they release like an alternate color of Mega Man or something, they give you a Rush that's the jet form, that'd be kind of neat, I think. Bass and Treble were announced in some fashion. There's been argument on whether he's a retail release or a Thomas U. Webb exclusive / US exclusive. So that I'm not sure, but anyway, in terms of articulation, in terms of accessories, he's got this shooting part, which is pretty much the same one that came from X, just smaller. And basically, you take the Mega Buster cap that has a hole in it and pop it right in. We'll use the extra Buster piece for the other arm here. You just take that, pop that off, line up the symbols, not the symbols, but the cutouts, pop that one on, and then you got the Mega Buster shooting effect. So that's always fun. I don't really like the shooting effect parts all that much. There goes that piece. I'd rather have my figures displayed, not shooting things. But anyway, and then you have a arm piece for this arm right here. So just take off the Buster, pop this piece in, then he can have two hands. I like displaying them with the Mega Busters, so I'm not going to bother. In fact, I really actually want to display him exactly how he is on the box. Just because I think that's worth it for some reason. Two additional hands with the kind of opened up holding hands. So you've got that going on. So just pop this hand off. Pop this hand on. Bam, there you go. And then the fist piece for when you have the arm on the right hand. So if you want to do two fists, you can do that. Two additional heads, faces, whatever. Yelling and then angry, grittiness of justice. Basically, this entire assembly comes apart, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to accomplish. Face switching in figure arts is hardly ever easy. There we go. So you take off the front part of the helmet, then you have his face, then you just take off the face, put in a new face, and then pop the helmet right back on. Simple as pie. But we're not going to switch faces because I like his smiley face. He's cute. And you all know how much I like cute things. So, pop that back on, and we're good to go. Like I said, I'm not going to do crazy poses with this guy because his articulation just doesn't really warrant it. I've never had an easy time posing the Mega Man figures. I don't know why exactly. I think I'm just stupid. And I can't figure out for the life of me how he's actually doing that in the picture. Because I can't get the articulation to allow me to do it. Something pretty close to that, because why not? Now we got Rush in here. Let's just replicate the front of the package. Rush right there. There we go. So there is our front of the package. Yeah, a really nice figure. It's just not really worth the price given all of his little problems. I don't think he's a bad figure. I just think the X figures are better overall. Because you don't particularly have that problem of being able to stand them up straight and everything. Whereas in this guy you do. So there are some disadvantages to being such a small mold. This is the Kotobukiya model kit of Mega Man that they did quite a while ago now. And I really liked this figure. And so if you line them up, you can see the size difference there. This was a larger figure that's even taller than X. They're pretty much the same height. But this was a model kit that you had to build yourself. So there's kind of a redeeming quality to it. They're like, oh, I built this and stuff. Personally, I like the D-Arts more because I'm not a huge model kit fan. So I like the fact that I just have a posable figure right out of the box. And plus it's more accurate to like not the show, but the video game. And like the Mega Man 8 cutscenes, as hilarious as those were. And they give you all the pieces for what you need to do. They give you the alternate Buster for the left hand if you wanted, or right hand if you wanted to have him a right hand shooter. They give you the alternate arm piece if you wanted to have him have two arms, or to switch up the Buster and the arm. All the hands, the faces, and plus the Russian Met accessories are just the real winners here, and they really seal the deal for me, I think. So despite the flaws of the figure, I do enjoy it. It's just hard to recommend it at the retail price. If you can get it for like $1,500 or lower, then I say go for it. And if you're a stickler for boxes, if you want the one that says Mega Man, keep an eye on like Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store and see if any of them go on sale there. Because those ones will say Mega Man on it instead of Rockman. So if you can find it on sale, then by all means I think it's worth the pickup for cheap. But at retail price, it's just really hard to recommend it given its flaws. But I still enjoy the figure. Just, it's not the real winner here. Russia's. So you can check out shukenshinobi.com for latest updates to my reviews and hauls. And of course, check out RidersRangersandRambles.com. Podcast bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. And of course, you can pick up D-Arts, SH Figure Arts, and other Tamashii products at cstoysjapan.com. So take care and have a great one. Bye.